craft voice.
In front of the goal, 2 shots, they score!
Familiar to so many Canadians as the soundtrack of Saturday night.
Look at this Cavalier. Oh my goodness! Here comes a shot! Score! How about that? Oh, baby!
Good evening, everybody. And
Bob Cole has been behind the mic for many of hockey's grandest moments.
More than enough!
how you doing?
Calling play-by-play on Hockey Night in Canada for half a century. Recently, Hockey Night announced this would be his final season in the broadcast booth, leading to tributes from a number of NHL teams.
Well. Ottawa, pretty classy. Thank you very much.
There will be even more accolades when Cole calls his final Hockey Night game on April 6th, when the Leafs face the Habs. So where's your favorite place to watch a hockey game from?
Broadcast?
I met with Bob Cole in Montreal to talk about his incredible broadcasting career and his impact on hockey. What's it like for you when you walk in here game day?
You get goosebumps. I do anyway.
You still do?
Yeah, I still do. The building, the quietness of the building, everything's so clean and bright, and pretty soon the Canadians are going to be on the ice with the Boston Bruins or Toronto Maple Leafs or whomever. It's hockey. Yeah, I get excited. Yeah.
One of the things I love about your life story is, I mean, many of us know you as this iconic play-by-play broadcaster in Canada, but you have a very real connection to the most iconic play-by-play broadcaster, Foster Hewitt, and it started with you in Newfoundland listening to Foster Hewitt.
Yes. So I played a lot of sports, soccer as they call it now, and I got hurt in one game, I recall, my knee, and it got worse week after week until finally one day in January the injury occurred. I think it was October or November. And in January I couldn't walk home from school for a lunch hour. Called the doctor, I got to bed, and I was there for 5 months, pretty close to 6 months.
Wow.
And the radio was my everything. There was no TV at the time, and Foster Hewitt was broadcasting, of course, out of Toronto. So I made my own rink in my bedroom listening to Foster and learning his idiosyncrasies and how he brought the game alive and what he did and so on. It was heaven for me.
Hello, Canada and hockey fans in the United States.
It's hard, I think, to explain to somebody these days about the magic of radio. I think especially when you're so far away from Toronto. You're sitting there in St. John's. I mean, for me, it was in the Maritimes and listening to radio stations at night when you didn't have a lot of other options, and just the magic of radio. And it sounds like that really captivated you.
You know, you're so right, Ian. That's beautifully said. Foster Hewitt had that magic touch.
A pass intercepted by Maurice Richard. Maurice Richard passed it right in front of the net. Moore took a whack at it. Maurice Richard right in front of the score.
It was a magic touch Foster Hewitt would eventually pass on to a young Bob Cole. In 1956, the self-confident young man, just a kid from St. John's at the time, found himself in Toronto with his audition tape.
So we were coming back, two buddies and myself. We bought a car in Toronto and drove to New York and saw the Yankees and did that, and Broadway and whatever, and Sammy Davis Jr. and Mr. Wonderful, and we did great things. So on the way home through Toronto, I said, you know what? I've got that 5-minute tape in the trunk of the car. I always carried it with me, and anyway, I said, I'm gonna find Mr. Hewitt's station, which I did, walked in and introduced myself to his secretary, receptionist, and I said, I just want to leave this, and asked Mr. Hewitt if he could get a chance to listen to it and maybe write me and let me know what I should be doing or not doing. And she said, just a moment. She called, and before I had a chance to stop her, she said, Mr. Hewitt wants you to come in. Follow me. Oh my. I made it down the hall somehow and sat down and with Mr. Foster Hewitt. We talked for nearly 2 hours. He said, why don't we go back and listen to the tape now, and we'll both listen to it. So then he began talking about how he perceived broadcasting hockey. So I made a lot of mental notes, and hopefully I kind of got it going so that maybe someday I'd get a chance. And I did.
I got to talk to you about player experiences. When you think of all the players you've dealt with over the years, tell me what comes to mind as a great interaction or a friendship you've developed.
Wow, you're talking about a lot of players, you know. Wayne, of course, with Edmonton. Glenn Sather, lifelong friend. He was the coach and GM out there.
Is it true you partied with Mark Messier?
Oh, well, Mark, yeah, after what year was that? 87, Philadelphia, 7 games.
As the countdown starts, Oilers win the Stanley Cup 87. Wayne, my boy. Messier wants a shot at it now.
They won the cup, and we were leaving after the game, and Mark Messier, we had an after-game party, and Mark said, "Where are you going, Bob?" I said, "I'm getting to the hotel, and you know, it's been a long series, and some blah, 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 and heading home tomorrow." "No, you're not. You're coming downtown. We got a place downtown. You're coming with us." So when Mark Messier says, "You're coming with us, you're coming with us." So we went downtown, and I got a chance to be with the guys when they won the cup in '87. They were a great family group.
Besides the Stanley Cup final, Bob Cole has called some of Canada's most important games, from radio play-by-play of the 1972 Summit Series
Henderson going in, he scores!
to that tense moment when Canada's men's hockey team was trying to break a 50-year drought at the Olympics. February 2002, I was actually in that rink in Salt Lake City, but you were calling the game in Salt Lake City. I don't know that people now totally understand the tension in this country. 50 years since Canada had won gold in the men's tournament in hockey, and the huge disappointment of Nagano 4 years before. What was it like being in the rink for that?
Holy mackerel. It was superhuman. Outside the building for that game, the final game, US and Canada, the security was even tougher. We had jets flying overhead, helicopters lower down, of course, flying around before the game.
Yeah, it was only months after 9/11, right?
Yeah. And so extra heavy. And yeah, everybody was uptight. US, Canada, Vice President of the States was there, and more security around him. Here we go. I mean, you could cut it with a spoon. The tension was so thick. And we didn't know with 3 minutes left who was going to really win this hockey game. So it was exciting. It was pretty big.
Canada trying to hang on and get a break. It's going to be a break. It is Joe Sakic scores. Joe Sakic scores. And that makes it 5-2 Canada.
We only have 2 minutes left, so...
I could be like Don now and say, what? Only 2 minutes? What?
So I'm going to say a couple of things, and just you respond however you want. Oh, baby.
I don't know where that came from. I don't know. I think I use that around the house at home if I spill something I shouldn't have spilled. Oh, baby. You know, it's just a thing. And then Mario brought it to the fore with that beautiful goal where he just blew everybody away and with his ability.
Here's Lemieux. The center penalty coming up. Look at Lemieux. Oh, my heavens. What a goal. What a move. Lemieux. Oh, baby.
They're going home.
Yeah, that was, I thought I had lost my job that day, Sunday afternoon in Philadelphia. The old Spectrum in Philadelphia was so close to the ice, you're down low. And when the players were arguing with the referee and they were leaving, they decided, and they were walking right underneath me. And we were dumbfounded. They're going home, I think. And it just happened.
They're going home. Yeah, they're going home. Can you imagine? Denny, it's been a short afternoon.
There's no rehearsing that. That just happened.
And now, the Philadelphia Flyers move around a little bit, and they're going home.
Last thing, I mean, it's been a long, fantastic career. You know, we talked about Foster Hewitt, and as I say, one of the things I love is the connection between Foster Hewitt and between you and who knows who 30, 40 years from now. When we think in terms of the Bob Cole legacy, what do you hope people think about?
That whoever is tuned in today is enjoying the game. And never mind me or whomever broadcasting. Enjoy the game. And I'm trying to pass the message along to the viewers that I am enjoying the game. Done my job.
Well, mission accomplished.
Okay, Ian.
Thank you.
Thank you.